everybody, welcome back to ECC Season 9 playoffs. Today we are here for an incredible day. We finally, after months of working hard in this season, we are finally here with Champ Conference playoffs. We do have Sanity eSports versus Donkey Punch in this matchup. Two incredibly good teams, two teams who did very well in their conference. They'll be hoping to carry on that good form from the season into this playoff winner bracket round one matchup. I am not alone here today, though. I am joined by Greybeard. How are you doing on this beautiful, beautiful day?
I'm fabulous, and you're taking a chance there. I'm all the way in South Africa, and you're assuming it's a beautiful day here. But luckily, you are not wrong, and here we are. As you've already alluded to, after months of work, we get to the pointy end, the business end of the Champions Division competitive Rocket League here. Tonight we're going to sort out the wheat from the chaff. 6 teams, 2 groups, 3 from each group are going to go through to Championship Sunday tomorrow. So yeah, you know, everything to fight for. It's now it's do or die. Show up and do the thing that you've been preparing for all season.
Yeah, well, there have been 12 teams altogether that have been able to get into these Champions Conference playoffs. A couple teams from each of the conference. 12 teams have gone in, but only 6 will make their way through. 6 will fall out of the playoffs. It is 3 from each group, and this, like I said earlier, is Group E. Sanity eSports, they finished 3rd in their conference, so did incredibly well, had a very good record. I believe off the top of my head it was 6 wins that they had altogether, and then Donkey Punch, they finished 4th. Also on 6 wins, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So these two sides,
I thought it was 5, but no, I think you're right.
It may well be 5. These two teams know exactly what they need to do to win in these sorts of matchups. They've been included in these sort of matchups many, many times before. It'll just be a question of who can win this round and get onto the next round, round 2 of the winners bracket, and who will fall down into the lower bracket. They know they need to be winning every single match that they come up into in these playoffs. In Sanity eSports, Far-Fetched, Dino and Booster, incredibly good roster. They'll be looking to get off to an extremely great start. We know how good they are, and we know that when they are on their game, they are very, very hard to beat. Dino trying to get a very early start here, going up the wall, taking it up at little pace, demoing in behind. Caden is now going to try and have a bit of time to carry this one away. Gets a flick over one, but Booster is there, ready to take it back into that Donkey Punch half. Little Pace again trying to get the clear. Nulleye on the side with him, but Pace just only as far as Far-Fetched, missing out on the flick. Nulleye now, counter attack is coming. Caden, not too much boost to work with. Does get a little touch into the middle. Now bouncing up, Little Pace going up for it. Fairly awkward in the air though. Far-Fetched with another clear downwards back onto that right-hand side again. It seems like they're only way they are going right now when they're attacking the Donkey Punch half, but Nulleye trying to carry it forward, gets a good touch into the middle, but Dino is there to get the clear. Little Pace still putting the pressure on Far-Fetched again down that right hand side. We've seen it so many times in this first minute. No real chances in this opening minute, Greybeard.
Yeah, well, to me, it doesn't look like either of these teams are anywhere close to full pace yet. Opportunities on both sides, no clear opportunities, but a little bit of pressure on the orange side, a little bit of pressure on the blue side. They kind of look like they're trying to get into their things, but maybe an opportunity here. And there we go. The rhythm of the first minute and a half is take it one side, a little bit of defending, take it over the other. But I have a feeling both of these teams have got a couple of gears to step up to.
Far-Fetched now trying to keep those gears moving, but he doesn't get the clear, and it is down. And Little Pace, I wasn't aware that he got the touch. I got the assist, and Far-Fetched just passed that one straight up to him. Dino beat, and it really didn't look like Little Pace get a touch, but he's just done enough to beat Booster there. Brilliant play by him.
Yeah, Booster going up, and I think he might have got it, you know, but that little touch, putting it to the left of him, setting it in, and Donkey Punch, best of 5, are off to the races with first blood here in Game 1.
Yeah, it feels like it's slightly against the run of play, but Sanity eSports are looking to get straight back into it. Booster on that left-hand side this time, trying to get an attack going, but Little Pace now on the counter, playing it up into the middle, high onto the backboard. Booster is there. taking the touchdown, but missing the follow-up. Nolai just coming in from nowhere, flicking that one past Dino, and Farfetch double commit there. That's not what they want to be doing. Little Pace with another high clear, beating out Dino again. Touch on towards the backboard. Booster again needs to get the flick. It's a high flick. He needs to get a follow-up, but Nolai again beating him to that ball. Popped into the middle, maybe. Booster missing out on that touch again, and Caden, not a lot of boost to work with. Can't get the carry. Good 50 there, though. Nolai still there. Faking out 2 plays, and it nearly worked off perfectly. Ball put up onto the back bar by Little Pace again, and Booster trying to get that one cleared. Donkey Punch are growing into this game the more that time ticks by, and there's a big shot coming off there. It's saved by Farfetched onto the post, and counter-attack is now there.
Looks to me like Sanity are trying to force the pace, and look at this. Little Pace, talking of pace, is going to double the lead for Donkey Punch. And I think Sanity are trying to up the pace. They're trying to push a little harder, but they're losing their rotation or losing their formation going forward, and it's not quite working out for them right now, Sim.
2-0 now with 2 minutes left. Donkey Punch becoming even more dominant as time goes by. Sanity eSports, they know what they need to do, but right now they're just not doing it whatsoever. They're getting the clears upfield, but that's all they become. They just become clears. No shots on target, no plays into the middle. The Donkey Punch on the opposite end, they tried to make these chances into big ones. A pinch coming out there with Little Pace and Caden, I believe that was. Dino again with the touch, trying to get it past Nolai, but he's there again to get another 50 in the Sanity eSports half, and still carrying it with Booster. That is a shot on target. Farfetch needs to get the save, and he does do so, but Nolai again with another 50. Just pure aggression coming out from him right now. We know he likes to keep this ball in the opposition half so they can keep as much pressure on as possible. Dino again on that left-hand side, needing to get another clear. Booster but bumped off the backboard, but thankfully Farfetched was there to get the clearance, and a bump coming out there. Not enough on Booster. Caden, though, playing it up into the middle. Nolai needs to get there. Farfetched onto that right-hand side, but again, it is only a clear and nothing more.
Well, to me, One Punch happy to play a bit of a martial arts tactic here, kind of just absorbing pressure, using the pace of Sanity, and then countering, and it's worked really well for them here. They're not snatching at the game, and here we see another example of it, just absorbing a bit of pressure, countering, and when they counter, they're doing it incredibly effectively.
Yeah, honestly, Sanity eSports are just overcommitting a bit too much now, trying their best to get more goals, and Donkey Punch just capitalized on that opportunity right there. Counter-attack with no one back. They took the shot, and it found its way in the back of the net. 3 goals to the good. It could be 4 off the crossbar. Booster getting the assurance save. Back into the middle, though. Nolai with the shot, and it's adding insult to injury here in game 1. 4-0, Little Pace and Nolai combining again.
Beautifully done, and there's a scoreline of 4-0. That's a convincing scoreline. But when you see the play out there, it doesn't look like Donkey Punch are dominating the play out there, but they're doing everything they have to, and what they're doing right in terms of the way they're absorbing pressure, the way they're rotating back into defense. And I really like how they've gone about their business in the game, and it's been incredibly effective, and they're going to take this game down fairly easily.
Yeah, 5 seconds on the clock. There could be another just off the post, and the follow-up is there. 1 second still on the board. Caden, again, they're just adding more to the goal difference right now. They're just embarrassing them here in game 1. But as the old saying goes, start as you mean to go on, and I tell you what, Donkey Punch are doing exactly that. 5 goals in game 1 here. It took them a while to get into it, but now they have come out and they have absolutely obliterated their opponents on the scoreline. But like you mentioned, maybe not in the actual way of play, but on the scoreline. They just took their chances and took them with absolute aplomb. Donkey Punch, they win this game 5-0. Pure demolition from them. Let's see if they can carry it on in game 2.
They've been devastatingly effective where they've needed to be. And look at this, Donkey Punch, 9 shots. And Sanity with only 3. It felt like they had a few more chances than that, but only 3 shots on target. So Donkey Punch, you said they start as you mean to go on. They just need to do more of what they're doing right now. Sanity, on the other hand, they need to change up how they go about it. And the aggression is good, but a little more organized going forward when they're looking to push up, I think, is what we got to see from them.
Yeah, we just need to see that bit more aggression, but we also need to see more organization because, of course, we saw like it's been about 2 or 3 times in that game when they did push all 3 men up and when they did try to get forward, it just was so unorganized. They just were too out of position, and it allowed Donkey Punch to just counter attack and get these easy goals, which meant the scoreline was possibly a bit more than it could. But on your screen,
the double commits in the midfield as well, not helping them out, which we saw 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, double commits weren't useful at all. It's just it just adds to their unorganization, and it's just not how you want to be playing, especially in a playoff game, one of the most important games in your season. You've not come all this way to just keep throwing it away with bad organization, which in this sort of conference is kind of realistically the basics of what you need to be doing right. But Farfetched and Sanity eSports trying to get a nice early start in this one, boost to 50 in that one. It is into the middle. Dino with the touch onto the backboard though. Anyone there for the follow-up? Farfetched off onto the post. Nulleye with the save.
Yeah, you know, the team finishing 3rd in their conference, they're a good team. They do know how to win. So I can't imagine that scoreline going on. I can't imagine them not taking down a game, and I would back them to take it up a notch and take this game. But they are in a bit of trouble there. A demo will get them out of it. And now they go. Their aggression's been good. They've looked better in the first minute of this game.
Yeah, they have indeed. Much more pressure coming out, much better chances. Dino again trying to play that one up into the middle. Caden with the touch onto the side of Farfetch now giving it a go. Waterfalling down. Is anyone there for the shot? Booster trying to get it back into the middle, but just not quite there. Nulleye with the carry forward again. Trying to attempt it into the middle. Farfetch again with another touch. A little pace high. Already on the side. Caden with the follow-up onto the backboard. Anybody there? Only Farfetched for Sanity eSports. They're going to need to try and counter away, but the ball is into the middle. Shot onto the post. That was so close there from Little Pace. Nearly found themselves with the opener. Big boom there from Farfetch. Nulleye with another save in this game. That is 2 now for him. Passing to the middle. Booster and Nulleye with a 50. Honestly, they're coming so close, Sanity eSports. So close, but just not close enough.
It's going to be devastating if they don't score first of that. They had 80 seconds of solid pressure on Donkey Punch, couldn't convert, couldn't find a net, and then almost conceded on the other. And if they don't come out the gates here and get that first goal, it might be, it's going to be quite demoralizing. Although opportunity here, surely. Little Pace doing fabulous there. And yeah, Donkey Punch there, again, absorbing pressure, and they've absorbed a lot of it. And this is going to be tough for Sanity if they don't score soon.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Still 0-0. Dino with the carry getting 50 there in the midfield by Little Pace. Nulleye with the touch. It is on target. Nearly gets the follow-up off of the Booster save. But Booster just got enough on it. They're going to try and counter here. Little Pace with the ball again. Good first touch, trying to carry it and gets the flick off into the middle. Caden is there. Touch past Dino. Booster needs to try and save this one. Nulleye was there with the follow-up. Nearly another shot. Little Pace, so keeping the pressure on. Beating Farfetch. It is into the middle. Caden onto the back bar. Double touch off the crossbar. And finally, the follow-up from Little Pace. He just stayed lurking around. And they have opened the scoring here. Donkey Punch 1-0. A brilliant play there by Caden. Booster couldn't do enough.
Oh, my word, Caden there, his work was just fantastic. Doing the work of an incredibly annoying fly wouldn't go away. He just kept coming at that ball and got it into a position where it could be scored. And it is Donkey Punch that, again, take that first goal. They might have a second coming up here. And although Sanity have done so much better this game, they've looked better in defense, they've looked more threatening coming forward, but they just can't find a way through. And that will start to weigh on them, and they've got to solve that problem. They've solved the first problem. They're not hemorrhaging goals like they did in the first game, but their penetration on the offensive side has got to be far better.
It does have to be better, but when this Donkey Punch defense, and defense coming in the name of Nulleye, is that good, it's just difficult to beat, and Nulleye has been at the best of his game, playing that one up into the middle, but far-fetched is their booster, getting a touch onto that one. It's going to be awkward for Little Pace to get to, dropped into the middle and onto the right-hand side, boosted to Dino. 1-1 now in this series, in this game, sorry. Finally, there is a goal in this series for Sanity eSports.
Yeah, it's taken them around 8 minutes, nearly 9 minutes to find a goal. So now that they're off to the races, hopefully they can follow that up with more. It has been a better game for them, but it is really, really tight. And the best of 5 going behind 2, it's a tough place to be in. So they want to move with that momentum. Now they know they can score. They got to find more ways to do it now.
Yeah, we just need to see them being a bit more inventive. All they do is constantly just take it to the side the majority of the time. Booster with 0 boost. Little Pace with the carry. They mostly flick onto the backboard. Farfetch is there. He's done enough, but only as far as Nulleye, who plays it back into the middle. Nobody to receive it. Little Pace left with a free touch. Needs to beat out Dino, but Dino with a huge pinch just off to the left-hand side of the goal. Nulleye attempting the clear, but missing that one. Attempted the 52. Farfetch now needs to see a bit of mechanics, getting beat there by Caden. Big shot on target. Little Pace with the save. 20 seconds left now in this one. Booster into the middle. Nulleye with the clear, but Farfetch is there off to the left-hand side. Going through it again into the middle. Dino and Booster needing to retreat back. This one is on target, and Booster has just done enough. Caden and Dino up, needing to 50 that one off to the side, and Farfetched. 5 seconds left on the clock. Dino now attempting the clear. 0 seconds, and it has dropped. 1-1, and we have overtime, Garabia.
It's fantastic how the series has suddenly tightened up. Last game, the first game, a lot of action by Sanity. They couldn't find a way through, and then we had Donkey Punches absorbing pressure. I think, oh, that's going to go wide. Absorbing pressure, countering, getting the goals in the counter. But my word, this game has been really, really tight. Massive pressure from Sanity. Now it's going to be finished. Oh my word, what a way to finish it. Simdog, Sanity back in it.
Yes, finally 1-1 in the series, 2-1 in this game. It got the win. They've resurrected themselves from that game 1 defeat. It is now 1-1 in the series, like I mentioned. A beautiful goal there at the end. Overtime, it didn't last long, but there was some brilliant defending there from Donkey Punch. It could have been so much more. I mean, Sanity eSports, they only had, what, like 3 shots last game? I mean, in this game, they've doubled that by a lot more. I think they might have tripled that. In fact, they have. Yeah, they had 9 shots in this game. Donkey Punch just weren't as aggressive, or they weren't at least as difficult to handle. And Sanity eSports will be much happier with this performance.
Well, we spoke about them being a bit more organized when they were going forward, and they were certainly that in this game. They looked a lot more threatening going forward and not so fragile when they had to come back and being out of position, playing too high up. They were rotating well, getting back in and being able to defend. And this game was a lot more like what I expected for the first game, in terms of these teams are fairly well matched. 3rd and 4th in their respective conferences. Probably Sanity slightly ahead on the record, but now it's tightening up. Now it's looking more like 2 fairly closely matched teams going head to head, and I think we're going to see a bare knuckle fist fight out here in game 3.
I mean, that is all you can ask for. That's the minimum that you can ask for when you go into a series like this. Playoffs, Group B, winner bracket, round 1. The winner of this series goes through into the winner bracket round 2, and the loser goes through into the losers bracket. A big demo coming out there. Little Pace demoed on Farfetched, and Farfetched just gets the goal. What a brilliant start.
The ideal start, the earliest goal we've seen in the series, and wow, for the I mean, they took the winning goal, but the first time they've been in front in regular play here, I think, am I right on that? I think I'm correct on that. And indeed I am.
Correct.
Oh, look at this fake. Much better here from Sanity. They lost the opportunity there, but liking how they're taking this third game.
Oh, Well, there was a bit of confidence coming out there from Sanity. Dino did get a good attack, but he decided to play the pass instead of go for it himself. And no lie, with the beautiful pass into Little Pace, the pre-flip straight down the throat of the defenders, but they could do nothing about this one. And 24 seconds into this game, we are level yet again. 2 goals already in this game. A much better start from both of these sides. Defense could improve, but attack has been better than previous games. Little Pace taking that one past his own teammate. No lie there though. Caden with the touch onto the backboard, double touch onto the crossbar. Dino low boost trying to beat Little Pace. No lie will get the follow-up going up high into the sky, trying to 50 far-fetched, which he does do, and Booster does get somewhat decent touch, but Caden again there, just good aggression and good pressure coming out from Donkey Punch, keeping this ball in the Sanity eSports half. Dino with a decent touch onto the side, but Little Pace is there again, keeping it in this half. Far-fetched again, trying to clear. Caden there again, they're just recycling possession right now, and Dino couldn't do enough, and Noai gets the second and Donkey Punch lead.
It's been amazing to watch Donkey Punch. They went behind a goal that came very early through some aggressive play, but the team play of Donkey Punch and how they've gone forward and just kept that pressure on. The first goal, everyone on the team was involved. And then for a good, 25, 30 seconds, we just saw the ball rotating back into pressure positions for Donkey Punch. Eventually it resulted in the goal. Wonderful play as a team right now. They are looking really, really good here on Donkey Punch.
No lie again, trying to get this ball forward. Does play it into the middle. Little Pace is there, but he can't get around it. And Farfetch now attempting to counter Dino again, but Caden recycling possession. Booster with a very good touch out wide. Little Pace again trying to play it into the middle. A bit of a miss flick there from the defensive side. ZL Booster again trying to get the clear. Nulleye there ready to receive the ball, but it's a mistouch and it could be dangerous, but Little Pace is there to recover. Farfetch though with an incredibly good first touch, trying to get the flick, but just off to that left hand side of the goal. Caden beating Booster. Dino there ready to receive this ball. These two teams are playing to a much faster pace now, and Dino sniping that one from far out, top right corner. We are level again, just over halfway left to play in this game 3.
Yeah, mistake there from Donkey Punch. They were doing really well to kind of control this game, and the first serious mistake we see from them, the shot, which really I think Dino would have been surprised he got that through the defense into the goal, but they will take it all day, every day, leveling it up, and that'll come as a bit of a relief, because after a good start, they've weathered long periods of pressure from Donkey Punch, so to get that counter, to level the game back up, will be very, very nice for them in terms of them exerting more control in this game.
2 minutes and 15 seconds left. It is Sanity eSports attempting another attack. Dino missing out on that one, and Nulleye getting a big demo. It was Caden, in fact, getting the big demo on Farfetch. There is a chance again. Little Pace off to that post. Farfetch with the clearance. Booster now attempting the carry forward. Caden there again. Nulleye going to attempt the redirect. Leaves it for his teammate. There must have been some communication coming out there. Dino attempting a clear, but Little Pace with the 50 dropping straight down. Farfetched with another clear. This Donkey Punch side love to recycle possession, but they nearly conceded there if Caden hadn't gotten to that, and Caden has been one of the most important players in this game, I would have to say. Definitely starting to show up a tiny bit more for Donkey Punch, but Farfetched for Sanity eSports also playing very well. 1 minute 20 left, still 2-2 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Caden's had a really important kind of anchor role. He's been involved in a lot of plays, setting up goals, being very involved in the action, and now a bit more defensive work to be done here. Little Place will get it cleared, but we're seeing Sanity now looking to recycle that possession, put on the pressure, the territorial pressure, just being present, keeping the ball in the orange half. They struggle to do it in the middle portion of the game. They're looking to close it out with that pressure, looking for that winning goal. We're under a minute to go, but a very tight, the last 2 minutes of the game, or from 2 minutes left on the clock, it's been very tight. What we saw in the previous game, we've seen here, with no team being able to break through and find a goal.
Previous 2 games, much more competitive than the first. There's a big, huge boom forward, and Far-Fetched in the latter stages of the game, just booming that one from his own half, his own goal practically. Nobody home to clear that ball away. 3-2 now. Will they go for more, or will they just try to hold on for the final 27 seconds? That is not a long time left in this game. We might not be seeing overtime, but Nulai with a good clear forward. Far-Fetched though, trying to get the carry. Little Pace cutting that one out instantly, still on the wall, ready to play that into the middle. Dino there cutting the counter out. Caden again, these teams, these players just playing the high ball touch into the middle. Caden there for the follow-up, passing onto that right-hand side. Nulai only with 28 boosts, needs to try and find the shot. 0 seconds on the clock. Can they keep it up? No, they can't. Far-Fetched has sent that one down. And well, how about this for a turnaround after losing game 1 5-0? Sanity eSports have now taken the next 2 games. They won 2-1 and 3-2, and they are now on match point.
And it's surprising that the goal they conceded to lose this game was very surprising. Donkey Punch have been so good in their rotations when they're under pressure, and then coming back. We've seen it throughout the series. And I don't know, that game, there was about a 2-minute period where the ball was just kind of, the game was in a bit of a flow, a bit of a routine. And I don't know if they kind of took their foot off the gas and they weren't quite awake because something went wrong there. No one was there. Far-Fetched seeing an opportunity at distance to take it. And they'll be very disappointed with that. A rotational lapse there has seen them lose game 3, a critical game in a best of 5. And now they've got to win 2 on the trot to go forward in the winners bracket now.
Yeah, they do indeed. I do just want to bring on that bracket really, really quickly. It is Yeppers versus Paradox Gaming in the lower bracket round 2, as the Peter Griffin fan club did forfeit their match that they would have been playing against. My apologies, that they would have been playing against Paradox Gaming. So we do know that lower bracket round 2 match in Group B. It will be interesting to see the rest of this series. Could this potentially be the final game in the series? Sanity eSports needing 1 game to take the series after a heavy defeat in game 1. Far-Fetched looking to get a very early start. That's a good touch into the middle. Little Pace there though to receive that ball and play it away. Caden again with a high touch, looking to get the follow-up. Potentially going for the reset. He does get it. It is on target, but Dino makes a save. It's still awkward though. Little Pace with the touchdown. And 19 seconds into this game, we have the opener.
Well, we spoke about the importance of Caden and the role he's playing in this team, and he completely set that up, coming in aggressively with the flip reset, which turned into a pass. And it's easy for me to say now that a goal's been scored, but I'm calling it now. We are going to go to Champions Field. This is going to Game 5. Donkey Punch are going to find a way through. At least that's my feeling of it early on.
Oh, you can never speak too soon. They've taken the lead multiple times in this series, but they have only won that 1 game. And 4 minutes and 20 seconds is a long, long time in a game of Rocket League. And we could be seeing an attack here from Dino and Sanity eSports. It is into the corner. A big 50 there, Far-Fetched. Leaving that one out. Little Pace and Nulai combining. Counter-attack is on shot. Onto the crossbar. Bounces out. Nobody there. Caden up into the middle again. Far-Fetched with a huge clearance. Little Pace is there to touch this one down, but pressure coming out from Booster. Trying to get it into the middle. Taking the boost. Dino with a bump, but Caden is there. Going to take his time. Going to play the control game. A good 50 between him and Far-Fetched. Ball into the middle. It is there. Nulai with the shot off the crossbar again. Far-Fetched with the clearance. Booster needs to pressure this one. Little Pace was there. Dino onto the side, but Little Pace again with a clearance. Booster cutting this one out. Counter attack still on though. Caden off to that right hand side, getting the touch into the middle, just messing it up slightly. Shot is there. The follow-up was on target, but just enough players on that Sanity eSports goal line to get rid of that one.
Donkey Punch looks so good when they're moving forward with fluidity, and their communication is so good and looking for each other, finding each other. And their problem in the last game and the game just before that is being able to keep that up for long periods of time. They can do it well for 20, 25, 30 seconds. They got to do it for a solid 2.5 minutes. If they can keep it up, they will take this game. But they seem to just lose concentration now and then. But so far, looking good, and now they just got to keep it up.
2 minutes 40 left, and the shot is on target from Little Pace, who was attempting to find not just his second, but Donkey Punch's second too, but he couldn't get it. And Nulai still attempting to find another goal. Caden backing off from that one. You know, not with a lot of boost. Little Pace with another touch. He's been extremely vocal in this game. He's had a lot to say. Nulai missing out on that touch. Far-fetched off to the left. Big demo coming out from Little Pace. Allows the counter-attack, but that's a pinch just off to the right-hand side of the post. Pressure still on. Far-fetched onto the back bar. Little Pace with the clear. Passing to the middle. Dino too high from Booster. Caden attempting the counter-attack here on his car, and what a demo that is there from Nulai. Left Caden with an open net. 2-0 now. This team are just so strong at counter-attacking.
If Donkey Punch go on to win this game, the last 30 seconds we're going to be talking about in the post-match analysis, because my word, Sanity coming forward, they had two very, very clear opportunities to score. They missed them both, then got counted on and scored on. And I just have a feeling that was a critical moment for Sanity. And right now, Donkey Punch with a lot of wind in their sails, they're just looking better and better, defending well. And Sanity can't be missing opportunities like we've just seen them do.
No, well, they were so close to finding the equalizer, but instead they find themselves conceding a second, and now they need to make that one goal to equalize in this game. That one was practically gifted to them. Not the greatest of shots there from Far-fetched. It looked like it was savable, but Little Pace just not reaching that one in time. Into the latter stages of this game 4, and it is going to be an interesting end to the game. A huge kickoff there. Zed Booster going to have the chance to go and carry this one forward into Far-fetched. Far-fetched back to Booster, and wow, how about that? 2 goals in quick succession. They have equalized in this game, and they have just completely turned it on its head.
Oh man, that's absolutely Sanity right back in this, and this is the series point game for them. But Donkey Punch, we spoke about how good they look, but their inability to keep it consistent. Oh my! And now they find themselves behind. This is devastating, but what a turnaround from Sanity.
This is honestly potentially one of the best turnarounds we have seen in ECC this season. 2-0 down, and they have literally got 1 goal, give it a couple seconds, got another, and a few more seconds after that, they have got another, from 2-0 down to 3-2 in just, it genuinely was around 20 seconds in this game. They now have the lead going into the last minute, and Dino with a huge save there. It could have been another equalizer. Big touchback. Little Pace onto the backboard. Far-fetched with the touch to the side though. Attempting to get this one clear, but Nulai playing it back into the middle. A beautiful touchdown there. Anybody there for the follow-up? Yes, they are, but it was just a bit too far wide. Little Pace again onto that backboard, and a beautiful clearance there. Far-fetched with the clear. Booster sending it forward, and Caden with the touch again. 30 seconds left now.
Yeah, we come down to the last 20 seconds, and this is going to be a really tough loss to swallow if indeed Donkey Punch go down, because they had this game for so much of it. They were in control of it. It has been their game to lose, and they have lost at Simdog. But Sanity, probably the slightly more favored team, look like they're going to take it down.
And 0 seconds left on the clock, and that is it. 3-1 in the series scoreline, 3-2 on that final game scoreline. They took it in Game 4. Honestly, you could have never predicted this would have been the outcome after seeing that first game. I mean, Sanity eSports, I'm guessing that Game 1 was just the epitome of Game 1 jitters. They went from 5-0 in Game 1, and they have now taken 3 consecutive games to take this series and move on into round 2 of the winners bracket. Greybeard, that was an incredible performance there from Sanity eSports, even though may say some goals were against run of play.
Absolutely, and by the end of it, they did what they had to do. But Donkey Punch, that's got to be. They look so good and so devastating, but they're inconsistent. They do it for, they're coming forward. You spoke about they're recycling the rotations, keeping the ball under pressure, but they can only keep it up for a minute and a half. They can't do it the entire game. And if they can figure that out, they'll be devastating. They had this game in their hands. But Sanity, to their credit, they just kept at it. They absorbed the pressure. They had opportunities that they missed, and I thought that was going to be critical for them, and they would lose because of it. But they kept at it. And then one mistake, I can't remember who it was, going up in the air and missing a shot that absolutely should have been saved. Little pace it was, and we saw him do that a couple of times. And from that moment, it was all downhill, and they just couldn't get back into it.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate from Donkey Punch, but it is Sanity eSports who will be moving on into the next round. Don't go anywhere, guys, because even though that series is over, we will be back in just a few minutes with Yepers versus Paradox Gaming. Of course, Paradox Gaming went through against Peter Griffin Fan Club due to a forfeit from the opposition team. So we will be seeing Yepers versus Paradox Gaming in Group B still, and we will be catching them right after this short break.